doing another story time about my experiences in my house, old house. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on that post notification bell. And don't forget to comment more video ideas on what y'all would like to see. So yeah, let's get right into the video. Okay, so it all started when we were looking for a house to move out, and my parents they came across this one house, and so they really liked it and they bought it, but we didn't know what it was, what kind of house it was, what it looked like. And so one day my mom and dad they came to pick us up, and they went to show us the house, and we loved the house. It was big and everything, and it felt homey. And so we started moving in. I think I was in, what grade was I in? I think I was in sixth grade. Sixth grade, yeah. We had moved in that house, and or fifth grade. Fifth or sixth grade. And what's it called? We figured out we had noticed that we had free cable, right? And so us being kids, we were like, what? That's cool. And what's it called? It was good for everything. That nothing had happened. No paranormal stuff, you want to call it, whatever. Nothing had happened. And for about 4 years, and then suddenly started to upgrade into the black boxes that you had to use. So everybody that had the cable through the lines, it was gonna be cut off, and you had to switch. And so all that happened, and then my parents decided to get internet and cable. And what's it called? The cable man had came, right? And he had went into the attic, and he came out. He was up there for like a good minute, and he came back down, and this man was drenched in sweat, like if he took a shower up there. Like, it was crazy. We found that odd, but we were like, what the heck, is it that hot? Because it was the summer. And he's like, I've been in attics that are hot, but y'all's attic is extremely hot, like hotter than it's supposed to be. And he had told my parents, and well, my dad and my dad, that that the insulation that we had in there was like the old one, like I guess it was the cotton one. And so my dad was like, really? And he was like, yeah, like it's just crazy, like how y'all's attic is hotter than anybody else's attic. It was hotter than outside, and that's because outside it was in the hundreds. And well, what's it called? So yeah, like after that happened, nothing happened. Nothing had happened. Everything was normal. All of a sudden, things started happening slowly. Like I would hear, like I just got this uneasy feeling in the house after that. Like, cause it was like you walk in the house, it's a big old living room, and then you see straight, it's the kitchen, the big old kitchen, I mean, the big old dining room, and then you turn this way, you turn left, and it's the kitchen. And well, right there between the dining room and the living room, to enter the dining room, it was a garage door. And so yeah, it's like you're not close to it when you're gonna walk inside the dining room. You're pretty far from it, but like to me, I felt like it was like right there, like about to touch me. And so I never said anything. And then like all of a sudden, well, anyways, I had never even bothered to say anything, you know. I just felt like it was just me. Like I was just paranoid. And so, like I was saying, I had never really bothered to say anything, like how I felt uneasy or anything like that. I would just make it obvious, like I would run. I would run from out of the kitchen all the way to my room or to the living room when it was just right there, you know. And so, and then a month passes or a few weeks pass, and then I start to hear things like I don't know how to describe it, like things like would knock, stuff like that. And then this one time, my mom and dad, we had got home from out of town, and my dad decided to go to church. And he asked my mom if she wanted to go or we wanted to go, and I didn't want to go. My sister was asleep, so my mom's like, well, I'll go. And I was like, well, no, I don't want to be home by ourselves. And she's like, yeah, I'll be fine. We're just going to go to church and we'll be back. And I said, okay. Well, my sister was asleep on the couch. And beside me, I was right here, and she was like laying this way. And so I hear these little girls talking, and I'm just listening, like it was like right here beside my ear. I hear these little girls talking, and they're whispering to each other, and I'm like, what the heck? So like I'm trying not to get scared, and it's dark already, and I'm like waking up my sister to wake up, but I'm whispering to her so they wouldn't hear me when they can clearly see me. And she never even bothered to wake up, so I'm there like, okay. And then they get quiet, and then few minutes later, like 10 minutes later, I start hearing somebody trying to open the freaking door, the doorknob. Like they're messing with the doorknob, and I'm just like, what the heck? Who's trying to come in? And I get up off the couch, and I like sneak to look through the window. And I look towards the door, and nobody is there. And like, the door handle was being messed with, and I'm just like, what the heck? And then it stops. Ooh, I got the chills. Oh, talking about these stories give me anxiety bad. Like if we're sitting all together at the kitchen table and we start telling our stories, like my brother, my mom, my sister, there's giving me bad anxiety, and I start to like hyperventilate. So like I'm risking my anxiety and me hyperventilating to tell y'all my stories. Well, anyways, so yeah, like few minutes pass, and then like the back door, like somebody's messing with the back door trying to come inside, and I'm scared to pass by the garage. I don't know if it was a back door or if it was a garage door, because all the door handles from the garage, the front, and the back door sounded alike. And so I'm like, what the heck? So I run and I get back on the couch, and I stay there, and I'm just hearing the doorknobs, and I scoot towards my sister, like if she could save me. She's like small, she's 5 years younger than me, so I think I was 10 and she was like 5. so yeah, it was just us home, and then my parents get home, and I tell my mom what happened and stuff like that. and other event happened where it was me, my mom, me and my brother. We had stayed home by ourselves, and if I don't start my makeup, I'm never gonna get that done. My aunt had decided to take us out to eat to Pizza Hut. But my dumb self wanted to stay behind because I was going to meet up with my boyfriend. And I hate staying alone. Like, that house is the reason I do not like staying alone at home. I don't like staying by myself, especially when it's nighttime. Like, I have anxiety, bad anxiety. And then now having kids is like, I feel like not safe, and then having 3 kids, it makes it even worse. Well, anyways, back to my story. So yeah, I decided to stay behind, and they're like, "Are you sure we're not gonna come back for you?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm sure." I was hungry too. See, like, the things I did, I starved to meet up with this boy. And this boy never even showed up. He didn't even meet up with me. Things had came up on his behalf and he couldn't meet up with me. And so I'm stuck home alone. I decided to call my brother, and I'm like, "Can y'all come pick me up?" And it's like sunset. The sun's already going down. Like, it's almost down. And I said, "Can y'all come pick me up?" And he's like, "Hold on, let me ask Patty." And he asks my Thea, and she's like, "Girl, no, that's why you should have came. That's why you should have came when I went to go pick y'all up." And she's like, "We just got here." And I'm just there like, okay. My parents, they were not gonna come home because they had went out of town to Colorado to a funeral. I think it was a funeral. So the ones that went were my mom, my dad, and my little sister. And so yeah, I call my mom, and I'm texting her. Either I'm called her or I text her telling her that they didn't want to come pick me up or anything like that. And I'm home alone, and guess what? Somebody tries to come through the front door. Someone is messing with the doorknob trying to come inside the house. I'm by myself. I'm already terrified to be in that house by myself. And then hearing that and all the experiences that already had been happening to me, these are just little events that have happened to me that I can remember. So, cause they would always pick on me, them stupid ghost, demons, whatever you want to call them. I say they're demons, but they weren't no ghosts, honey. It was demons. And so, what's it called? Yeah, someone starts messing with the freaking door, and I start panicking. I'm scared to walk through my freaking hallway of the house, because that house, the presence was so, I could feel the presence so strong, it was like uneasy. Oh, I'm getting chills. Like, look, I don't know if you can see that. I got the chills. Ooh, I'm breaking out into sweat. I call my mom and I'm like, "Mom, somebody's trying to come through the front door. There's nobody at the door, but somebody's messing with the doorknob. Come get me, come get me." I'm like crying to my mom for her to come get me, and my mom's like worried, like, "I'm sorry, mija, I can't get you. I can't go get you. I can't just go home. We're over here in Colorado." And I think they went to Colorado. I don't even know. They went somewhere far. And so I'm scared for my life. I'm crying to my mom, and she said she can't get me. She's like, call your tia or call Josiah. I can't call them because it's useless. They're gonna be like, well, we're sorry, we're about to eat or something, you know. And so, sorry guys, I'm just blending this out while I tell my story. With this color, I feel like it's not big enough. But anyways, so yeah, like, I'm there crying in tears, scared for my life, scared I'm fixing to be killed by a freaking ghost. And so hours pass, they finally get home, my brother, and I'm telling my brother what happened, and he's like, like for real, he's like, that's crazy. Then he started telling me his experiences, what he's experienced in the house. But I ain't gonna tell y'all that because if y'all wanna hear more, I'll get my brother and my sister, and we'll film a video all for you guys and telling you experiences about what happened, what they went through, what my sister's gone through. And so anyways, yeah, and then like every night, let me tell you, every night I'm scared to go to bed. I am freaking out while I was telling my story. My phone stopped recording. You see, these demons don't want to be exposed. You see, they don't want me telling y'all my story. Well, anyways, I should shut up because I'm home alone. Anyways, what I was saying, every night I would go to sleep. I was like on a row telling y'all my story, and then like I noticed it wasn't in the recording. So every night I would go to sleep. These demons would suffocate me in my sleep. And this one time, I was asleep. I had fell asleep. We were watching movies, and I had fell asleep on the couch, and my dad was sitting on the same couch I was, and he was by my feet. And in my sleep, I'm being suffocated, and I can't wake up. And so I finally was able to get up. I'm sweating. My heart is racing, and because I couldn't breathe. And even though I had woke up, I still couldn't breathe. I started pacing around the house. Did I tell anybody how I felt? No. So yeah, I'm pacing around the house. I was finally able to catch my breath. And then I go and I tell my mom I'm gonna go to my room already. And she says, okay. So I go to my room and I'm just chilling in my room. And I think it was that same night. We had, everybody went to sleep already. I was already asleep. And then, I didn't know this, but my mom told me this story not too long ago. That when we were telling our stories, that she had woke up because she felt somebody beside her, like a presence, right? And what's it called? And she had woke up because she felt the presence. And guess who's standing there? I am. I'm just standing there still, like off the movie, of Paranormal, how she was just standing at the edge of her bed for all those hours. And my mom says that when she woke up, I was just standing there like that girl from Paranormal Activity, Part 1. And so I was just like, what the heck? I was? She's like, yes. I was like, I don't remember getting up. She's like, yeah, you told me. I had said, Cassie, go to bed. And you said, I can't. And she said, what do you mean you can't? I said, I can't. Somebody's in my bed. Oh my God, I broke out into a sweat. She's like, what do you mean somebody's in your bed? Nobody's in your bed. Colleen's in her own bed. And I said, no, somebody is in my bed. I got chills. And she gets up, and she gets up, takes me to my room. She's like, come here, I'm gonna show you that there's nobody in your bed. And she turns on my room light and says, see, nobody's in your bed. And she puts me back in bed and she covers me. And then I fall back to sleep. And when she told me that, I said, I never got up last night. And she said, yeah, you did. You were just standing at my edge of you were just standing beside me, just standing there still, like, just staring at me. And I said, nuh-uh. She's like, yeah, for real. And she's like, you scared me, but I was just like, what the heck? And she said, and I go, I don't remember getting up, but I remember seeing my light on and you covering me. I go, that I thought you were covering me because she checks on us. She used to make rounds in the house where she would check on everybody, and if we're uncovered, she'll cover us back up. And I go, I thought I was just uncovered, that you were covering me back up. She said, no, I was putting you back in bed because you were in my room. And I was just like, what the heck? And she's like, yeah. She's like, and I was just like, that's weird. And so, yeah, and then like this other experience, I was about to tell your mom what happened to my mom, but I don't know if she wants to be on camera or not. But she said, no, I just let her tell y'all that. I'll tell y'all. She said that this one experience where she had, you know, I was so disobedient in that house. It was bad. It got to a point where I would say my best friend. I would scare my sister, my little sister, and I would be like, don't make me call my best friend to come visit you in your dreams. And I would scare her, and I didn't care. I would scare her, and I would make her cry sometimes. And she would tell me no, like she would tell my mom and my dad, and they would get on to me. And so, well, anyways, my mom says she thinks this was the person, this demon I would call my best friend. But, you know, I was just playing around. You know, I would just say that. I don't know why, honestly, I started saying that. But anyways, I think I just started saying it to scare my sister. Well, anyways, my mom says she thinks this was my best friend that she had seen that one night. Well, she was asleep. And she was asleep like with her arm like this, kind of like when you're on the edge of the bed and your arm's like this off of the bed, and you're like that, right? Well, she said that she was asleep like that one night, and her arm was ice cold, like real ice cold. And she had opened her eyes, and she just sees this black figure. Oh, I got chills. She just sees this black figure just standing there, and it's scary because right there. Woo! Anyways, I got chills. She says she just sees this black figure just standing there, and she's just like, look guys, I'm not joking. I'm not kidding. Like, I got chills. I don't know if y'all can see them. Well, she sees this black figure standing there, and she's just like, and she turns around and she cuddles up to my dad's back, all the way up to my dad. Like, she cuddles up to my dad because my dad was hot body natured, and she's rubbing her arm because her arm is like ice cold, like if it was stuck in a freezer for like a long time. And so and then when she was laying there, it hit her out of nowhere. She's like, who was that standing there? Who was standing just staring at me? She's like, I know it's not the girls, because they would have called me and been like, Mom. Like, you know, we would stand there sometimes. We would go to my mom's room. We would stand there. If she wouldn't wake up, we would go get in the bed with them. And, well, she was like, who was standing there? Like, Mom. And then she, like, her heart started racing, like, pounding. Mom. What? What? Her heart started pounding, and she was like, I'm not about to look outside of this cover because I don't want to see what's standing there, you know. When she was telling me this story, I was like, yeah, because if you would have looked out of the cover, her face could have been like right there, and like, what would you have done? And well, anyways, yeah, that was kind of like her story. And since my dad is no longer here, I'm gonna tell y'all one of the stories that he told me. He said that one time, and I remember this because I was in the kitchen with my mom. We were getting ready for bed, and we were in the kitchen. We were in the kitchen. I think we were making ourselves a sandwich and getting drinks. And my dad was already in bed going to sleep. And so he feels somebody get on the bed, right? Like on my mom's side of the bed, he feels somebody get on. And he's like, Chris. He was gonna tell her, I guess, bring him something to drink. And he's like, Chris, and he goes like this. And he's like he don't feel anybody on the bed. So he turns around and nobody's there, but he still feels the weight that somebody's on the bed. And he's like, what the heck? So he yells out, Chris! Cassie! And I said, what? He's like, where's your mother? And I said, she's over here with me in the kitchen. He's like, oh. And I said, yeah, why? He's like, tell her to bring me something to drink. And when she went to the room, I guess that's when my dad told my mom. And what's it called? And then this other experience that happened with my dad is that he was asleep, everybody was asleep, and like there's like I said, the restroom light would be left on, right? Well, at their bed, they have a bed that has bedposts at the end of it, like the thick ones. And what's it called? And my dad had a big trench coat hanging on the pole. And well, like I was saying, my dad had this big old trench coat hanging on his bed, the pole of the bed, right? And he wakes up and he says he sees somebody hiding behind the trench coat and keeps going. Looking, keeps peeking out. Oh my god, I got the chills again. That he keeps seeing somebody hiding behind the trench coat and keeps peeking, looking at him, and my mom asleep. And he's like, Cassie, what are you doing? Or Cassie or Colleen, what are y'all doing? Y'all need to go to bed. It's late. And he was just like, after that he didn't see it no more. He didn't see it leave the room. And so he was just like, what the heck? But my dad was never fazed by any of this. He was just like, what the heck? And here. And so so there was this one time, well, multiple times, where I would be doing stuff where I'll just be in the living room sitting down, and I would see, like, on my peripheral vision, I would see little figures, and like walking across the hallway, like the door entrance here, like right there, I'll see like a little figure like this, like that little, like maybe this little, and I'll walk, and then sometimes it would like run. I would see something like pass by real fast, and I was just like, what the heck? And I think, like, since that house was like so bad, like with the stuff that was going on, like I think honestly I had a big old toy chest, like those old wood toy chests, full of nothing but dolls. And I think honestly they were my dolls coming to life, and they were running through the house. In the hallway, they were running in the rooms, like, you know what I mean? And well, there was this one time, it was freshman year, and it was Halloween, and me and my best friend at the time, it was after school. We went home because like trick-or-treating started right away after school, and my parents had left with my sister, and we were there, and they were like, lock the door and everything. I said okay. And my mom, she always left her door like cracked open like this much. And I'm like, Elisa, let's take a picture, right? And she's like, okay. And well, I would always trick my best friend that I'm gonna take a picture, but actually I was recording, right? And well, I was recording the whole time, and we're listening to one of Beyonce's songs. What song is it? I remember the song, like, if I was to hear it. Oh, it was Gas Pedal. We were listening to Gas Pedal at the time. And then we didn't notice anything, like, or anything, right? But, like, I'm like, Elisa, let's take a picture. And she's like, okay. And what's it called? She's like, really? You're recording? And she's like, oh, I hate you. And I was laughing, and then we start dancing, right? We just start acting crazy because we were getting ready. We thought we was cute, and we were getting ready to go trick-or-treating. We were just freshening up and doing what we gotta do. And what's it called? Well, we were still recording, playing around, and we're getting ready to leave, right? And I had walked in the hallway, and I noticed my mom's door was shut, but like it didn't cross my mind. I was just like, oh, Mom shut her door today. And well, we go trick-or-treating, all that, and what's it called? And then we get back home and like my parents still ain't home, but we left the back door unlocked. And I call my mom and they're like, well, just go to the back door and just go to the back door and then y'all be inside the house, right? And we're like, okay. And I was like, Yulisa, you're gonna go through the house and unlock the front door. And she's like, why me? You know, I'm scared of Beauty. Beauty's gonna attack me. And I'm just like, girl, no, she's not. Like, she was scared of our pit bull. And because she was like wild, she would jump on you and stuff. She was a bully. Not a bully like a mean dog, but the dogs that are called bullies. And I'm like, she won't attack you, watch. And then she tries to sneak in because the dogs had saw us that we were in the front yard, right there at the back gate. Well, and this is the front yard, but it's the side gate to go to the back. And they had took off running to the back door, I guess, and they were barking or something. I don't know what they were doing. And then I'm like, okay, go, hurry. And so she's like, I'm scared. I'm like, Yulisa, girl, just go. She ain't gonna attack you. Just when she runs up to you, just be like, Beauty, Beauty, Beauty. And just touch her and pet her. And she's like, okay. And then all I hear is Yulisa scream. And I'm like, Beauty. And anyways, Yulisa goes to the house. She lets me in. And when we get home, oh no, I didn't notice before we left that her door was open. I was closed. I noticed it when we got home, when we found this cat and we brought it inside, and we put it in a cage or something. We locked our cats up, so I had Yulisa lock my cat up in the restroom because my cat was a fighter. Any cat that wasn't ours that would come onto our property, she would literally chase them like a block away. And I had Yulisa go put the cats up because, you know, I'm scared of the house. Well, she goes and puts them in the restroom, and I pass, like, in the living room. I kind of look towards the hallway, and I see my mom's room's door shut, and I was just like, oh, I guess mom and dad came home, and she shut her door. And, well, 2 days later, I watched that footage on the computer, and you literally, like, dead ass see somebody in my mom's room walking back and forth. A tall figure and a small figure. You see the shadows like walking by like that. Like just walking back and forth. Oh my god, I got chills. And then you won't guess what. When I'm in the camera, like I'm like this in front of the computer screen, let's say I'm like this. I'm like this in front of the computer screen, and I kind of scoot like this. And then you can see the hallway, but like picture this, like the hallway, like, well, my door entrance like that, picture that the hall, like my door entrance like that, picture it the hallway, and all you see is this like mist figure like walking, going into my brother's room. And it was a tall figure. It had like, you can see right through it, but you can see like it was walking to my brother's room. It had like kind of like an afro kind of. And it was just creepy, and I was like, what the heck? And I was gonna show you Lisa, and I was gonna keep that. But then, like I said, these demons do not want to be exposed in that house. All of a sudden, the computer crashes. What? How? We don't know. My brother's computer was a good computer. Or my dad's computer. And it crashes. Everything was lost. We still can't even get into that computer. Like, it's messed up. And I wish till this day, every time I talk about that story, I wish I had the footage so I could show you. If I did, I would insert the clip, but I don't. And so yeah, and then this other event that happened. Me and my sister was fighting one night, and my parents weren't home. It was just me, my sister, my grandma, and my brother. Was he there? I don't remember my brother being there. He had isolated himself, and from everybody at the time after my uncle had passed away. And well, anyways, my sister dead ass got freaking possessed, and I ain't lying. This girl got the Chucky knife from the kitchen and started chasing me, and she was running. I was running fast around the couch. This girl was like the Chucky doll running fast after them people in them movies. Like, and my grandma, she wasn't doing nothing. Like, Kaysen just really scared me. Because like I said, I'm blind and I can't see, and I'm like looking into the camera and I just see like a face figure move over there in this Kaysen. But anyways, my grandma wasn't doing nothing. She was just sitting there like, and I was like, Grandma, are you gonna save me or what? I was crying, and well, at first I was laughing because when I'm scared I laugh, and then I start to cry. And my grandma was not even saving me. Like, my sister could have stabbed me or murdered me, and my grandma was like she was like in a trance. She was like not even doing nothing, and then she snaps out of it. Cause I went to go grab my grandma. Oh, she snaps out of it and she's like, honey, go put that up. Just like that. And when my parents got home, I told my mom, like my sister would tell you, she laughs about it to this day, but I'm like, girl, that ain't funny. You wasn't being chased around with a knife. A freaking Chucky knife. And so I was just like these experiences that happened to me and my dad and them, like, they're not as detailed. Well, like, they don't sound like that scary. But like, if it went at the time when it was happening, it was scary to me. And well, like, if I convince my brother to do a story time, with me about his experiences about the house, y'all gonna be tripping out. Like, his best friend, things happened and his best friend witnessed it himself, and his best friend never stayed the night at the house ever again. He was scared. He would visit, but he never stayed the night ever again. So yeah, I don't know if my sister would ever come on here and tell you what happened to her, because she's like, nothing ever happened to her, just 2 experiences, which I'll tell y'all one of them and I'll have her tell y'all the other one. The one of the experiences that happened, we had visitors at the house, and it was her and my little cousin, and they were in the garage playing. Oh, well, yeah, about the garage, that to go into the attic, you had to go into the garage, right? But to go into the attic, the board piece the door was always falling off. Like, we would put it on, my dad would put it on, and then you just hear a loud bang, like somebody took it back off and dropped it on the floor. And we would go in there, and the door thingy was on the floor. And there would be some times where we would put it on, my mom or my dad, and then the next day or later that day we would go back into the garage and it would be on the floor. Well, when my cousin and my sister were playing in the garage, the thing wasn't, the door to cover the attic wasn't on. And well, since they're little kids, they get one of a Coke can, and they throw it into the attic, right? They hear it when they throw the Coke can in there. They hear it hit something, and they're like, and then they're playing, And then like a few seconds later, the Coke can, oh, I got chills, like, I don't know if I can see that. When they were in there playing, a few seconds later, the Coke can was thrown back down at them. And they booked it out of that garage. They booked it out and then they shut that door. And they were scared, like real scared. And everybody at the time, I remember, we were at inside the kitchen. Everybody was inside the kitchen, the dining room, I mean. And they started telling us what happened, and all my dad told them, and his mom, my cousin's mom, my tia, told him was, well, don't be going in there anymore. And then before we knew it, they went back in there, and they looked for the Coke can, and they were like, we should throw it back up there, but I don't know if they ever did or not. Oh, I just like, But yeah, out of everybody, like me and my brother experienced more things like than everybody else. Like they were always messing with me, and I hated it. I hated being in that house so bad. Like it got to a point where I started crying to my mom and telling her I don't want to live here anymore. And because I was scared. And all she would tell me was, well, don't pay attention to them. Don't pay no mind to them because they're gonna continue messing with you because they know that you're scared. So don't pay no mind to them. And I was just like, girl, hold on. So yeah, my mom would say don't pay no mind to them because if you pay attention to them, they're just gonna continue messing with you. And I was just like, girl, like it was so bad that when we would reach people that know me, when we would reach the bowling alley, right there where you stop and then before you go. So yeah, like she would tell me not to pay no. I don't want it no more. So yeah, guys, that's some little experiences. If I remember anything that I left out, if my brother decides to do that story time with me of more things that have happened, I can't really share that much because it like goes back and forth. But if I forgot anything, you'll end up finding out if my brother does the story time with me. So yeah, I gotta go. This was just a little something to do, just a little small video to do, and a little get ready with me. So yeah, I gotta go. Mommy duty calls. OMG. Okay, well, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications bell, and thank you for watching. Bye! Okay, guys, as I'm editing this is the back of our old house, and right here where this arrow is at, right where it's pointing, one day our cat was stuck on the roof, and underneath the arrow, there was an old AC there, and I had stepped on top to try and get our cat, and I came across a triangle with the circle in the middle. So that's why I believe all this activity in the house was happening because of that.